Hello, hello. I am Coach Cori Sartori. I empower high-achieving women to grow in their self-love, confidence, and relationships for a more fulfilling personal life. I am excited to be sharing with you today what a growth mindset is and how you can cultivate a growth mindset. I believe that I have a growth mindset, but I wasn't always this way. I spent most of my 20s in a fixed mindset, which didn't serve me. It held me back. I believe I probably always had a growth mindset when it came to business or work, but when it came to the rest of my life, I had a fixed mindset. I definitely thought I knew everything. And so today I'm going to share with you what a growth mindset is and how you can cultivate one, because I know that I didn't have one 10 years ago. I didn't have a growth mindset, and now I do. And so I put in the work to create that for myself. And I promise you, having a growth mindset is just so powerful. My whole world has opened up since I've shifted my mindset. And so I'm really excited to share with you today what is a growth mindset and how you can cultivate one for yourself. So let's talk about what is a growth mindset. So a growth mindset is when you choose to see opportunities rather than obstacles. Another way to say it is you see failure as feedback rather than as failure, right? You don't let your failures stop you. You see them as an opportunity to grow and to learn from them. And so choosing to see your failures as feedback is really powerful. And this is something that I've had to get comfortable with as I've chosen to have a growth mindset. Like, nobody's stoked about failure. Nobody's like, yay, I failed. But rather than letting it shut me down or stop me where I would have, over a decade ago, I would have let my failures stop me. Now I choose to see them as an opportunity for me to grow and an opportunity for me to learn from them. And so within a growth mindset, you are choosing to see your opportunities rather than your obstacles. And I think that a way that this has really shown up for me recently in the past year is after I was diagnosed with breast cancer, rather than allowing it to be this huge obstacle, this thing that stopped me, that shut me down, rather than being a victim to it, I chose to see it as an opportunity for growth. I chose to be grateful for it rather than letting it defeat me. And so that's what really having a growth mindset is when you have these challenges in your life, when you see an obstacle, it's an opportunity, right? You know that you can overcome it. And so that's what a growth mindset is. And before I dive into sharing with you the tips on cultivating a growth mindset, I want to share with you what is a growth mindset and what is a fixed mindset, because right, they're two different things. And so I'm going to share with you a couple things, growth mindset versus fixed mindset. So a growth mindset embraces challenges. A fixed mindset avoids challenges. A growth mindset will persevere in spite of failure. A fixed mindset gives in when they come up against hardship. A growth mindset is inspired and motivated by the success of others. A fixed mindset is threatened by the success of others. A growth mindset wants to learn. A fixed mindset believes that they know everything already. And a growth mindset accepts and embraces criticism. A fixed mindset ignores or dismisses criticism. So for me, I can fully say without a doubt, I know that I used to have a fixed mindset. When I was in my 20s, my mindset was very fixed. I thought I knew everything. I thought I was smarter than everyone. And when somebody would give me feedback or criticize me, I would be a total snot about it. I'm like, they don't know anything. But now if somebody criticizes me or gives me feedback, I take it as an opportunity to dig in and learn more about myself. And I know now I don't know everything, right? I am going to be growing until the day I die. There is so much more I have to learn, not just about the world, but about myself. And so I'm going to start with me. And so let's dive into what actions you can take to cultivate a growth mindset. So the first thing that I want to offer you is to determine what mindset you have. And so this is like the foundation for creating growth mindset. You need to be aware of what mindset you currently have. So do you have a growth mindset or do you have a fixed mindset? And choosing to build awareness around this can help you launch forward into a growth mindset. And, I think about over 10 years ago, I didn't know what a growth mindset was. I didn't know what a fixed mindset was. So if you had asked me this question, I wouldn't know. But now that I've done the work, right, I know that I have a growth mindset. And so knowing where you stand is the first thing. It's important to understand if you have a growth mindset or fixed mindset. And if you have a fixed mindset, that's okay, because you can shift out of it. I am somebody that can say I absolutely used to have a fixed mindset and now I don't. I have a growth mindset. And I have it because I've chosen to put in the work to attain it, right? It just doesn't happen. You have to put in the work. So the first thing is understand and know what kind of mindset you currently have. Do you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? So that's the foundation, knowing that first. The second thing I'm going to offer you is think about why you want a growth mindset. Why would you want to have a growth mindset? And I know for me, I want to continue having a growth mindset because once I started cultivating a growth mindset, my whole entire world opened up. When I was in my 20s, I was miserable. I was unhappy, right? I slayed at work. I was really good at my career. I always I always was growing in my career. But when it came to my personal life, it was just a mess. And I didn't think that I needed help. I thought I knew everything. And so I didn't grow. I wasn't happy. And once I started working on myself in my early 30s, my entire life changed. And I'm so happy. My life is amazing. And I'm so grateful for everything I have. And so think about why you want a growth mindset. What is it about a growth mindset that motivates you? What is it that excites you, right? And I think knowing what a growth mindset is powerful, but putting it into action just makes your life so amazing. And so why would you want to have a growth mindset? Think about it. Like what would motivate you to start putting in the action? And digging into this, when I'm getting on discovery calls with clients, right, a lot of people have a fixed mindset. They don't think that they need to change, but they've hit this point in their life where they're just so unhappy that they're willing to do anything to put in the work. And I don't want you to get there, right? I don't want you to hit your rock bottom. I want you to build that awareness now around your mindset and choose to pick a growth mindset and start putting in the work. Having a growth mindset benefits your life in so many ways. I can't even begin to describe it. So the next thing I want to share with you is change your perspective on failure. And this is huge for a growth mindset, right? I've already said in this video that failure is only feedback. And so making the choice to change your mind about failure is really powerful. Choose to think of failure as feedback. It is an opportunity for you to grow. It is an opportunity for you to learn from your mistakes. Failure does not have to stop you. It doesn't have to defeat you. It is that opportunity to learn and grow. And I fail every single day. But every time I fail, I learn from it. And I let it be something that launches me forward rather than stopping me and defeating me. And so start shifting your perspective on failure. And remember, right, all these people that are stars or they're really great athletes, they had to start somewhere. They weren't perfect. They weren't amazing in the beginning. And they failed, and they probably failed a lot. I think anytime I talk to clients about living in possibility, I always tell them, like, Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times in creating the light bulb, but he kept going. And that's a growth mindset. And so choosing to have a growth mindset and allowing your failures to launch you forward rather than to stop you just keeps you moving forward. And then the last tip that I want to offer you is notice how you speak and act. So being aware of the conversations you have with yourself and others is really powerful. So if you're somebody that says, I'm not good at that, you're holding yourself back. If you choose to say, I'm not good at that yet, you have a growth mindset. And so be aware of your self-talk, the way that you speak to yourself. Like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Well, I can't do that yet is going to be more powerful because you can always learn something new. Learning and trying new things, it's hard. But when you make the choice to learn new things and try on new things, you grow and you become a better version of yourself. And I think also in that is being aware of who you're surrounding yourself with. So be aware of the conversations you're having with your community, the people around you. If the conversations that you're having with others are fixed mindset, right? The people that you're with are, oh, I'm not good at that. You'll never be able to do that. That's going to stop you and hold you back. But if you're surrounding yourself with a community of people that want growth, you'll hear the conversations be like, I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm learning and I'm excited, right? And so you need to build awareness around the way that you speak to yourself, as well as building awareness around the community and the way that the people you spend the most time with are speaking, because you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're spending time with a bunch of people that are negative and naysayers, that's who you're going to be. But if you're spending time with people that want growth and want to be better and want to achieve big things and have big goals, that's who you're going to be. And so I hope that adds value. So I'm going to quickly review these 4 tips in creating a growth mindset. So the first one is determine what mindset you currently have. So what mindset do you have now? Do you have a growth mindset or do you have a fixed mindset? Building awareness around this is the first step. The second thing is think about why you want a growth mindset. Why do you want to grow? Because having a growth mindset is challenging and it's hard, but it is 100% worth it. So you need to be aware of the goals and the life that you want to create by having a growth mindset, because that's going to keep you motivated and moving forward. The third thing is change your perspective on failure. It is okay to fail. Failure is only feedback. You can fail and pick yourself up and keep going. And the last tip that I want to offer you is notice how you speak and act. So be aware of the words, right? Be aware of your actions. Are you stopping yourself from trying on new things because you don't think you can learn anymore? Are you surrounding yourself with people that have negative talk and negative self-talk? Build awareness around the way that you're speaking to yourself. So if you hear yourself say, I can't do that, just add one word, I can't do that yet. Yet. You can do anything you put your mind to if you are willing to put in the work. And the work will be hard, but you can do it. So I hope that this live added value. I hope you choose to try on a growth mindset, because I know how powerful it can be. And I can 100% tell you that I would not have gotten through breast cancer if I had not chosen a growth mindset. And right, you haven't experienced all the things that you're going to experience in your life yet. So there might be something in your future that is going to be hard. But if you choose right now to start having a growth mindset, I promise you that hard thing that's in your future will be 1,000 times easier if you start working on yourself and choosing to have a growth mindset. I'm saying this because I've been through it. Breast cancer is brutal. I would never wish anybody to ever have to go through something like that. But I know that it wasn't as hard on me because I had a growth mindset. Like, yes, it was hard, but I guarantee you somebody that has a fixed mindset, well, even if they had the exact same cancer, would have had a harder time because of how they're thinking, right? Their thoughts, their perception. And so I challenge you, start cultivating a growth mindset by taking on these actions that I offered you today. And if you want more support, I am taking on one more coaching client this month for my high-level coaching. This is a 6-month program that will transform your life. So if you are ready to put in the work, send me a DM with the word growth and let's open up your world. Let's change your life. Have an awesome day. Thanks for being here.